believe you me, there was a lot. The bloke at the sale room said to me, you collect Bridlington stuff, don't you? Because in those days I collected anything with the word Bridlington on. He said, we've got a big lot coming in on Thursday, where they were telling me. He said, come down and have a look. Anyway, I went down and had a look, and it was a great big box full. And I picked that item at the top, that one, because that said Bridlington on. And then there was something else with Bridlington on, and I found a piece of music. It was said, performed at the Spa. Oh, far. Anyway, by the time I'd finished, I realised that there was an awful lot of Bridlington stuff in this box. So I made a bid for it, and I bought it up. I think it was 180 quid or something, which was a lot of money for me, you know, 180 quid. Anyway, I get it all home, here, and start going through it, and there's a lot of musical stuff, and a lot of this, and a lot of that. And I thought, this is interesting, is it? And then I found out that I had more or less the life and times of Herman Daruski. Now I call him Daruski. This person calls him Daruski. And I've not been able to find out the correct pronunciation for his name. Because I've said Daruski, because that's how an Englishman says E-W. That's how it works. So, anyway, I got all this lot at home, and then I went through it. Well, a lot of this stuff, it's from the 1920s. There's a Spa Theatre on there. I think that's 26. This is a royal performance for Their Majesties the King and Queen of Afghanistan. Wow. I didn't even know they had a king and a queen. So that was good. Another one here is Sunday next, February the 10th, Herman Daruski, personal appearance of John Stewart. No idea who he is, but Herman Daruski. There's photographs there of him on stage at Bridlington. There's a piece of music here called Little Sir Echo. When I found out a bit more about it. Little Sir Echo is a piece of music broadcast from Bridlington Spa Royal Hall on Sunday 20th of August 1939. It is heartening to hear the local folk at the spa singing loudly as they accompany Herman and his orchestra that evening. 1st of September 39, war was declared between Britain and Germany, and the people of Britain perhaps knew that conflict was imminent at their back, because they reported it with everybody singing in the spa. So that means, and that's what I'm after. I want a big Daruski Day on 20th of August, and they would have everybody singing at the beginning. Yeah, what's that, Ryan?
It was actually recorded at Bridlington Spa, and it was on records, it was sold. If you go onto YouTube, I've got it on YouTube here now, and you can play his music still. And Little Sir Echo was here, and part of the words were hello, hello, and all the sort of audience would go, hello, and it was all recorded, and on radio, and on record, and it was at Bridlington Spa, and he put Bridge on the map.
So, there's lots of, sorry.
On the Remembrance Sunday, you get the military and everyone walking past the memorial, and the band played the Army, the Navy and the Air Force by Daruski. That went TV as they marched past the memorial. So his music is known and it's still played. And it's fantastic that this guy came to Bridlington Spa, brought people, they brought train loads from West Yorkshire and all over to Brid just to come to his dances. And the landladies didn't like him, didn't like the Ruski, because they wanted all their people back in bed. And he used to keep going playing on till midnight and gone midnight and all sorts. And the landladies didn't like him because they were keeping the residents out. You know?
This appeared in the book he wrote about his life. I didn't bring it, I forgot to bring it. And it says, "You bad wicked man, since you started your dances, visitors have got the idea into their heads that they come to Brid to enjoy themselves." And he did. And then this old lady says, "Your music is very nice, Mr. Ruski, but when are you going to dance?" Herman says, "I don't dance." And she says, "Well, it says there on that poster, the Ruski dance." So, all the originals of this are in his book and other things. And this is the sort of, this came with this box of stuff from the ceremony. And it's now under my bed. So if anybody wants to see it, it's all under there.
It's holding it up, by the way, is it?
And then, this is a book about Madge Temple. She was famous as well.
That was his wife.
Yeah. And I've got lots of stuff about Madge. Nobody's bothered about her, even though she was a top flight singer. And I think Herman said, "Oh, you and I could get along well because I'm a musician, you're a singer. I'll make you famous." And she said, "I am already famous."
Well, we heard that one before. DJ Barnum.
So there's a lot of stuff there. Some of the titles of the songs. These are titles that Herman could have been based on this picture. "Come and be my Lindy love. Hello, Susie Green. I like your dreamy eyes. Is there anything you're doing in the loving life?" So it could hear a line like that, and promptly it conjures up a song. Write the music in his head and then record it.
He was a right showman.
Oh yes.
He did things like, it was the carnival, supposed to be Queen Day, or carnival, and he asked all the locals to bring a flower, and the whole audience brought a flower, and he made the biggest bouquet in the world at that time, and it was presented to the carnival May Queen at Bridlington. He did another thing where he actually got together, and I think it was him that put it together, the marriage of Mickey and Minnie. And there was Pluto there was Mickey, there was Minnie, there was all his friends, and they actually got married there in the spa. Absolutely brilliant. And he got all the local bakers to make a cake, and they made it into the biggest wedding cake as well. And that was newsworthy, it was photographed, it was fantastic. And you get people, famous people doing things today, and yet he was doing it then.
Oh yes.
So it's not just things that people do today. People were doing it then, you know, and making sort of, you know, oh, I did the biggest this, and I did the biggest that. And back. It's nothing new.
Yeah. Brilliant. Thanks for that, Mike.
Yeah.
So anything you want